So welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Musioma Augustine, and if you are a viewer who is here for the first time, I welcome you to this channel. And today I'm privileged to have a guest here. We are going to talk one or two things concerning his life. But if you are here for the first time, remember to subscribe. And if you are a returning subscriber, I also appreciate you so much. So I need to give an opportunity to my guest such that briefly we know who he is. So Mr., you are welcome to this channel.
Thank you very much.
So maybe you need to give us first your name, then we...
Yes, my name is Daniel Kaimenyi, and I'm privileged to be hosted in this platform or in this YouTube channel by my friend Musioma.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Mr. Kaimenyi, for me, I'm at least known you because we are almost working at the same place. But this individual is watching you for the first time. So who is Daniel Kaimenyi?
I am Daniel Kaimenyi from Meru County, and I was a student here from 2017 to 2021.
Yeah.
And I'm currently around Moi University, main campus. I'm a business person. I'm working around the Talai Center premises that is commonly known as Stage.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you are currently doing business, and now we need to dive into how you came up with this whole idea of doing business. So can you maybe give us a background?
Yes, well, my first experience with business, I was employed.
Yeah.
And I got an opportunity to be employed in Meru town. I said previously I come from Meru, so I got a privilege to be a salesperson of a certain shop called The Right Shop. The Right Shop.
Yeah.
It was called The Right Shop, and I worked there from 2016 January to 2016 August before I joined Moi University on September. And I can say that's where I basically got my first experience with business, and that's where I got my interest in business, simply because I was introduced in so much details of business, in so much experience, and I worked as a salesperson. And I could go to shops, ask people for orders of certain commodities that we were selling, and then we could do the orders. Basically, that's where I started my business idea. And maybe when I joined Moi University,
yeah,
my first year I didn't do business, but I think my mind was so disturbed that why did I get out of the business and come here study and I'm not doing any business?
Yeah.
So I thought of starting a business after my first year on 2017, but it was not possible.
Yeah.
So I just thought on how I can get some capital. You know, starting a business, you must have initial capital.
Yeah.
The initial capital must be there. So I decided to go be employed somewhere. I was employed by a friend on 2017 September after the elections. I was employed by a friend of mine. We used to sell mali. You know the mali, yeah, the karais, yeah, and the sufurias and such.
Yeah.
And I was employed that person and a store, but we didn't have a shop.
Yeah.
So I used to wake up in the morning, carry my goods, take them outside, sell up to evening, then carry them again, take to the store, and then go away. And that was the routine for that semester.
Yeah.
From 2017 September to around December. I think it was December 20th when the students usually do their exams and leave. Basically, that's where I started. I was employed, and I did the business up then. I was to start my semester in 2018, February date 18. Yeah. Do you remember? After
remember.
that long gap that we
remember,
were
yeah.
given from 2017.
I think it was around July.
Yes, 2017 from July, exactly. And it extended to 2018 February around 19.
Yeah.
And now it came into January. There was the job of Mali Mali was not so good. So I decided now that I had saved.
Yeah.
You know, as a business person,
You need to
having business in you, you understand having a business in you, you need to save. So when I was employed, I used to save some coins. And come January, I thought now the business is over with this man, and I need to do business.
Yeah.
So the first business that I started selling milk.
Milk.
Yes, I started selling milk.
This one which is packed or the one with boxes?
Now the one
with
that
boxes or with those you.
No, I had the idea of selling the one that the ones that is ready.
Yeah.
But I saw a challenge, because I thought, what if I sell and then there is a huge remains? Where would I take? And I don't have a refrigerator or a cooler, milk cooler. So I thought I should deal with this that is packed. So I used to go to the kiosk, buy a carton of milk. That is small, the carton that has small packets of 21 pieces. I think it's around 200 ml. And I was selling one packet at the 30 bob. And the whole packet was costing me around 470.
470.
Yeah, 470. So I was selling and I was getting around a profit of 150, 160. So I sold the milk, but God was so faithful. Every day I could sell a packet of milk, a carton of milk, each and every day. I could sell a carton of milk. It went like that for 1 month, and then I started now getting people even who want a full carton.
Full carton.
Yes. So I could buy that full carton at around 470, and then go even sell it at 550, 520, getting just a small profit of around 50 to 70. But it was good simply because it was sustaining me. Each and every evening I couldn't lack a meal.
So I need to go back to where you started. You were employed as a salesperson.
Yes.
So for me, I've been having an issue with that sales job, because the conditions which those people are in that job undergo, for me, I believe they're really, really tough. I've never tried to be a salesperson, but I see on how they struggle. So for those who have done the job, you can also give an opinion concerning that.
True.
But what did this job of sales, maybe knocking at people's doors, carrying a luggage, teach you that enabled you now, at least after you have come to the university, you decided to do your own business?
Thank you for that good question. As I previously said, I used to go ask for orders. Then those orders, some orders that I asked from the neighboring shops, I could carry them by my shoulder.
Yeah.
I could carry a sugar, a bag or a sack of sugar, 50 kgs on my shoulder, take to that person, come back, pick a bundle of unga, take to another shop, such. But the shops that were far, we had a motorbike.
Yeah.
And we had a motorist who used to pack the goods that I had taken orders and then deliver to the people who had ordered. Now, I think the best part of it, I think I was in a learning ground.
Yeah.
Simply because I couldn't expect a whole person like me, Kaimenyi, just going knocking to people's doors and asking them now I have a shop that we are selling sugar. I couldn't imagine such. Yeah. And I think that's where I got the basic and a very interesting platform of me carrying some few months later, me carrying a bag at my back, going knocking now to people's doors. I'm selling milk.
Yeah.
I'm selling milk, and they bought. I think that's where I basically got. But it is not easy.
Yeah.
It is not easy. But I think the way I took it when I was employed, the way I took it, it really entered in me so much, and I personalized it. The best part of it and the best part of business is personalizing it.
So I'm also could like to know maybe concerning your background, because you have already said that it's from four after you did your KCSE exams.
Yes.
Is now when you were kind of introduced into entrepreneurship.
Yes.
So if I may ask, from family members, is there anybody who is doing business, or is this something which is within your family?
In my family, I think the only person who has that business is my grandfather. My grandfather was a big business person.
Yeah.
He was a big business person. He had 2 big lorries and a small car that he used when the lorries are carrying goods, taking to the market or taking going to supply. He was now with this small car, following them, going to the market. And then my father inherited that. He started business. My father has been a business person, and I think that's where I got the business idea from. My grandfather did business, my father did business, but all of my brothers. By the way, I am from a family of 10.
Yeah.
A family of 10 children. So in our family we are dozen.
Yeah.
10 children, mother and father, those are 12. So we are dozen in my family. And out of that dozen, I think we are only 2 people who have that business. Me and my father.
Oh.
The rest have not.
So now you have already sold milk, use the packed one.
Yes.
Now from there, where are we going now?
Now from there, from selling the milk, it reached a time I saw that we were given another holiday. Do you remember the holiday that we went for 1 academic year? Can you remember how full year?
I remember the one which we were first year, immediately we were given an holiday.
Yes.
And there were a lot
then
of
after
strikes.
finishing 1 point, was it 1.2 or 2.1?
Probably, I
There
think
was-
it's
there was
maybe
a-
3.2. There's a time we were given an holiday, then we went to attachment.
Yes. Now, during that holiday, that's where now I decided to go now deeper into business. I thought of the business that I can do, but I couldn't really figure out a good business. But I decided to start selling watermelon.
Yeah.
I started selling watermelon. It was a challenge simply because I had thought of starting selling pineapples, but unfortunately, when I went to the market to buy the pineapples, there were no pineapples in the market. There was only watermelons, and I had only 500 shillings.
Yeah.
You can imagine a whole person, a big person, trying to start a business with only 500. It was really tough, but I had to. The business person in me told me it is possible. It is possible. And I went, bought two melons, and then that seller was so good. He handed me a small kind of melon. I came the same day. I came, reached at the stage around 2.
Yeah.
And I started my business. I did not have a knife. I did not have a bucket. I went to a friend of mine. I went to a friend, borrowed a knife, and then I took a bucket I took a bucket so that I can pay afterwards. But the person was good. He gave me the knife and he gave me the bucket. I went to sliced my watermelons and I started selling. My friend, I sold all of them the same day. I sold them and I got money. I got around 1,000.
What was the profit?
The profit now, a melon the melon that I bought a melon at 150. Then this melon, one melon, I was selling it at around at 20 bob. One melon at 20 bob. And one melon gave me around 150 to 200 profit, because I would slice it, and I would slice it to get at least 150 the profit, or 200.
Yeah.
So the two melons I sold at around the two melons that I bought at 150, I sold them at around 750 to 800, somewhere there. And the small one and some few pieces. That's why I'm saying I cannot really remember the exact amount, but it was around 1,000.
So maybe before now, what happened with the selling milk?
I decided to stop selling milk simply because I had some issues with the security in the school, because I was selling in the hostels, in the Moi University premises. So there was a lot of issues that now you are selling milk, you may be a thief and such. So I decided to quit it and then think about something else. So, and that's when I started selling milk, the watermelons.
Okay. So after doing watermelons now?
After doing watermelon, we came back to school.
So watermelons you were not selling within the institution?
I was not selling within the institutions. I was selling around the stage. Now the rentals, the Talai Center rentals. That's where I was selling during the day. My job I would start at around 11 in the morning when the sun is somehow hot, and then end it at around 5 when the sun is gone. And after doing it, and remember, this money I used to pay my rent, I used to pay all my bills, and I used also to pay my fees with the same money. So after now we were back to school, I decided to do kahawa in the evenings, simply because during the days I would have classes. So I did kahawa. In the evening, I could just leave the classes from 5. I went at around 6 to 7. I boil my kahawa, and then this kahawa I sell in between 7 and 9 at night. In between 7 and 9, I was selling a kahawa of. I was not selling so much simply because I needed also time to go do my personal studies and also other things. So I was selling one mutungi of kahawa. It was maybe giving around 55 cups. The tumblers, 55 tumblers of kahawa, and one kahawa, one tumbler went at 10 bob. So it means. And at that time, the sugar I used to buy 1 kg of sugar and two packets of kahawa, costing 25. So the sugar was at that time was around 100, and the 50 for kahawa, that's around 150. Around 150, and then the 55 tumblers I was buying them at 50 shillings. At 50 shillings. So that's around 200. My expenditure was around 200. And then this kahawa, I was selling 10 per cup, 10 per tumbler. That's a total of 550 shillings. 550 shillings, and I've spent how much? 200. So around a profit of around 350. And that's how I survived for that semester. I survived like that. Like that. And until I don't remember the real date that I quitted from that job, and then I opened a shop. We decided we joined to I opened a joint kiosk, and it was really selling. I had a friend who had some money, and the money that I had saved, we started a kiosk. The kiosk ran well until 2019 September, when we broke for our attachments. Then I left this guy. The guy, I don't know what happened. I think it did not work.
Yeah.
It did not work. I think he did other things. Simply because since when I left the kiosk to him, it started failing.
Yeah.
The kiosk started failing. You remember we went for our industrial attachment for 2 months up to date, up to
Corona issue.
up to not really. We had 2 groups, the BA group and the BA group, and the BA and the ED and whatever. So the BA group, we went for hours from 2019, from 2019 September to around September, November. We did 2 months, September and November.
Yeah.
So come November, I came back to Moi. I found the kiosk is not really running well. We decided to relocate. We relocated. It didn't work. We went up to the Corona time. The business was not so good.
Yeah.
So the Corona now came. We didn't think we would go for all that long. But for how many months did we go?
I think for Corona,
it was from February. March.
Yeah.
From March.
I think it's from March to around
October. Yeah, simply because the 4th years were released to come in 2020 October. So we had left our kiosk. We had gone to Meru, and the kiosk was here with some commodities that were inside there.
Yeah.
We came. Most of them were spoilt, but we sold others that were not spoilt. But I thought I should quit from this kiosk and do other things. But before the Corona ended, I had a project at home. I was not sleeping.
Yeah. So, but I need to ask you, because I've also had some issues.
Yes, ask me before
from this partnership.
Yes.
What have you learned in terms of individuals joining hands and then doing a partnership?
Now, what I can advise a friend like you, it's better you start your own business with the little that you have, even if it is 1,000, even if it is 2,000. It's better you start your own business with that 2,000. Don't earn another 1,000 or another 2,000 from another person.
Yeah.
Because one thing that I came to learn is you may be in partnership in a job, but you are the only entrepreneur in that job. The other party is another thing. When you are thinking about business, this other person is thinking about other things. So you are not together. And it is very hard to know who is an entrepreneur, who is not an entrepreneur. Maybe, for example, for a person who have not interacted for long.
Yeah.
So I thought this person is an entrepreneur, but he wasn't. He wasn't. Simply because this person, it seems as if he was doing other things when I'm thinking about business. When I'm thinking about how we can grow our business, how we can do more in business, he was thinking about other things, simply because I did not see his effort too much in that business.
So now you are back at home. It was a Corona issue.
Yes, the Corona issue.
I was at the same place, but things were worse. How did you survive Corona?
Now, to me, things were worse from when we went home. You know, our minds were not in the outside.
Yeah.
Our minds were back in school, but Corona went so much. For me, I just rested at home from that March. I rested on March and April. Come May, I thought of doing something. I bought some sukuma wiki seeds. I put them in a nursery. And then I transplanted them, and I transplanted them in a nursery bed, in a shamba, and then grew them. I did everything to make sure that they yield well, and I think those sukuma wiki really gave me. It gave me the shamba of sukuma wiki kept me somehow busy. You know, sometimes when you're not so busy, you are idle. You may even be bored of things. So I used to go weed my sukuma wiki, do 1, 2, spray them, apply some manure on them, apply some fertilizer on them. So it kept me somehow busy. And I think when I harvested the first time, I harvested and got some few coins. It was too much, but at the end of it, it gave me around 7,000.
Yeah.
Around 7,000. This 7,000. This 7,000. Now it was around June. I thought I can do something else. I started preparing the beehives. I thought of rearing bees. I thought of rearing bees. I thought a lot of ideas that time. My mind was not really at sleep.
Yeah.
I thought a lot of ideas. I went, prepared the beehives, and trying to keep the bees. Now, this part of keeping the bees was so interesting simply because I would not go and buy bees. I just do it the traditional way,
yeah,
so that the bees may come in that hive. So I was explained on how to do. The bees came, and by the way, right now I have 2 beehives that have very big beehives, and they have bees, and I've harvested honey twice.
Yeah.
Yes, and even come August, I'm going to harvest again.
Another.
Yes, and they are really giving me some coins. Not so much, but they are giving me. And again, I also did 3 seedlings, but they disappointed me because I didn't know that year all secondary schools had planted trees, so the market was not so good. So, but I just planted them at around our gardens at home, but they kept also me. They also kept me busy, and now I did all those works up to August. Then August, I thought now I should do something else. I started selling kitenge. Do you know the kitenge, the African kitenge?
Yeah,
the African, like this. Now you don't know, and it's here.
I've observed them
now
from a
like
distance.
this. Yeah, I'm a kitenge man. Yeah. I'm a kitenge man. So I started selling kitenge. I sold the kitenge. The kitenge gave me money.
Yeah.
The kitenge gave me money because I was buying a kitenge at 230, and then I would go just hook at home and even sell a kitenge at 500 or 600 or 400, 350 such. So I got some cash I did kitenge I did kitenge the whole of August before we joined in September. Yeah. And also I added some innerwears in that kitenge. I did kitenge from the first part of August, the early part of August, then August from the 20s, I started now adding some innerwears. When I had sold kitenge so much and people are now, it is only kitenge that you are selling. Now I decided to add the socks, vest, innerwears, the panties and the boxers, such. So I sold it, and I think it gave me, I tried to estimate the cost, the amount of money that I had accrued from that job, and I saw it was some money, around 32,000 within that month. And it was a good idea. Yes, that's now. Then we came back to school on October. Yes.
So at least you have done business when you are back at home and also when you are in session in school.
Yes.
So how can you compare between when you are you don't have maybe other activities which are holding you back? How can you compare the two situations between when you are at school and when you don't have an activity?
When I'm in school now, on October we came back to school. I think when you are at home, when you are not in school, if you are a real entrepreneur, you really work. Because you are not limited, simply because you are not limited. And from what I have learned, you can get I used to get more money when I'm not held up with classes.
So now we are back at school and we are almost finishing the university.
Yeah.
So we need to continue.
Now, Now from when we entered, when we came back to school, I had some issues with the shop that the kiosk that I used to run, because there are things there, and the landlord now needed money from April to September, and it was tricky to me. And also the room that I used to live also had my properties, and the landlord also needed money. And the cost of all this money, it was too much, but God helped me in one way or the other. I talked to the landlords, and they understood me. I paid some money, and then the rest I kept. So when I'm back October, when we were back, October 2020, I decided that now I was selling kitenges at home. I cannot sell kitenge because we have students. So I decided the issue that I will bring here is the issue of innerwears. I started selling innerwears. I remember very well. I went at Eldoret town, and bought innerwears costing around 5,300. And I came back. I started hooking. Now I started hooking seriously, because now the hooking part of it and now entered me so much, and I had those skills on convincing customers and negotiating with them, the prices and everything. I sold innerwears from then up to now. I'm selling innerwears, but the best part of it is when I was hooking them while in school. Even now I usually hook sometimes, but other times I'm at the shop. Do you know where my shop is?
I know it very well.
Yes, around the CBD. We call it the Moi University, the Talai Center, CBD. Yes, we have a CBD there. Yes, people, you can just come in Moi University and see our CBD. It is a nice one. Yes, that's where we are directly opposite with my friend.
In our developed state, that is our CBD.
Yes, exactly. I hooked from October 20 or October 2020. I hooked up to 2021. 2021, when did we do our last exam? It was on 2021 June?
Not really June. It was around.
Was it around? I think it was
April. Around April there.
Around April or June?
I can't remember. I'm not aware of dates. Okay.
Now, I hooked up to there, and I was really wondering whether I will continue hooking, or I will get somewhere to settle my commodities, because the business had grown. The business had grown. You can imagine the first time I bought those innerwears at 5,300. I just came carrying them with a shopping bag, but with the due time, the business grew. I was able to buy a large luggage of them. Yes, I was able to buy a whole sack with time. And you remember, I'm in session, but I used to do my hooking on Friday and Saturdays. Fridays and Saturdays, and other times when we don't have classes, maybe on holidays, when we have national holidays. And that's how I have survived up to 2021, when we finished at around June. And I really loved to have somewhere that now I can settle as a shop. And I struggled, but at come August last year, 2021 August, I got a shop at that place that I usually sell. I got that shop. I prepared it. I remember I prepared it so that we can welcome the first years on
They are the one who have money.
They are the first years who have money. Yes. So I came, opened it at last year September, and it has really been running well. I have sold there. I have gotten some money from there, and I'm continuing to hold on, and I'll continue holding on I'll continue doing business.
So, from your whole journey on how things have been happening, what can you say that as a person or as a young person who wants to be a business person or who has some characteristics which relates to business but is not aware of them, what are some of the behavior which a person should show to go into business?
First of all, me, I believe everyone can do business. That's my belief.
Yeah.
Everyone can do business. If at all you can talk as we are talking here, one-on-one.
Yeah.
You know, it is a matter of telling you, my friend Musioma, I'm selling t-shirts.
Yeah.
I'm selling
Can you
t-shirts.
have them?
And then you ask me, how much are you selling t-shirts?
Yeah.
And then I explain you the prices and the quality, you see them. And I think at the end of it all, you will get to buy one or two. So I think everyone can do business, but the most part, the best part of it is when you have internalized it.
Yeah.
You said, I must do business. Like I said, I must do business. And even today, I think the very big energy that I have is for business.
So, but you know, I've lost some money. Have you first lost some money in business?
I have lost some money in business, and even not some money. I have lost money in business. Did I tell you that the kiosk that we
partnership?
Yes.
So
I lost some money, and even the corona now washed me.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there are individuals even who can't take even a risk of losing 100 shillings. So what can you tell such a person like this one? How can you convince him or her to come and do business?
Now, what we usually say, the biggest achievers or the most successful business people are the people who take the highest risk. If you want to succeed in business, you must be a risk taker.
Yeah.
We say, if you want to be a business person, learn how to risk. Yes. You must risk. If you don't risk, you cannot gain in business. Simply because, how many times have you just maybe asked for some commodities and they are not coming and you sent money?
Yeah. A lot. Or
Yes,
maybe they are
many
sent
times.
late.
Yes, or maybe the things, the commodities come, but they are not original, they are counterfeits.
Yeah.
So you will have to sell them at maybe lower prices, or maybe you don't accrue the benefits that you went to accrue.
So maybe from doing business, what was your best thing which you have earned from doing business? What is your best thing?
The best thing that I have earned, the best thing
Either earned or experience which you have gained from doing business.
I think now in business, the best thing that you really earn there is the experience. You know, we usually say, business, you can start a business when you are not experienced.
Yeah.
But with the due time, you go earning experience. So to me, the best thing that I've really gained in business, the first thing is confidence.
Yeah.
The first thing is confidence. I have been a hawker who have sold many things. Now, can you imagine now going to bargain? I'm selling panties. How do you start? Now, let me ask you one question. If right now I give you a luggage of panties and boxers, how can you start now telling the mamas that I am selling panties? How? According to you?
According to me.
How can you start? Now,
Maybe
in your luggage, you are carrying panties, and you've seen a mama here, and you know there's a client, there's a customer. How can you start?
I would approach her, say, hello, I have some goods here. Are you ready to see them? And then they see for themselves.
Now, that's the courage now we are speaking about.
Yeah.
That's the courage that we are speaking about. Now, the courage of now, you know, this is panty, there's something that is unseen.
Yeah.
And even to some cultures, you cannot sell such to women.
Yeah.
Now, how do you start? But courage does. Courage does. And another thing is, another thing that I've earned from business is experience. Now, I think I can sell anything.
Yeah.
That is legal. I cannot sell anything that is illegal. I can sell anything that
Wachagua is coming with a plant.
now. I don't know how we will survive with these plants, but we are really hoping Wachagua will do something about it. I don't know how, but let's wait, we'll see.
Yeah.
But anything that is legal, me, I can sell. I have the confidence, I have the experience of speaking to customers, and I think that's the best part of business. Getting that courage and having the experience on how to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
So maybe is there any time which you reached the hardest struggle that you thought I should give up in doing business as general?
I think, even not that I think, after Corona, I came, looked at that the kiosk that we had,
Yeah.
and I say, now I think I should quit business. But the business person in me, was telling me, no, you must wake up and move. I thought that time, I cannot do any other business. That's when I remembered I had been selling kitenges at home, and the panties, and the boxers, and the vest, and the socks. And then the business person in me told me, you just start them here. Just try them here. And I tried, it worked. It is a matter of trying.
Yeah.
It is a matter of trying. If you don't try, you cannot.
So there is some people say, even I like the freedom which comes with maybe having something, doing something which you are interested in, and you also find that opportunity to grow one or two things. But in terms of freedom, you know, if you are kind of self-employed, there's a lot of freedom, and you also need to take care of yourself. Otherwise, you will be out of business within a short period of time.
Very, very true.
So in terms of freedom which is associated with doing business, how do you manage between freedom and doing the business?
Now, you know, as we earlier said, that as a business persons, we do risk.
Yeah.
And I'm very sure you cannot risk something that you will not give time. You risk your money. That the risking of money must be accompanied with giving it time. So, to me, and by the way, I'm a social scientist.
Yeah.
I'm a social scientist, but right now I'm trying business. Not even that I'm trying. I'm doing business.
Yeah.
I'm doing business, but I'm a professional scientist, social scientist, professionally. But I love business, simply because in business you are the boss. In business you are the boss, you are the manager. You are the boss of your business and you are the manager of your time. So you can decide, today I will be opening at exactly 12 a.m. Or even decide, today let me open at exactly 6 a.m. in the morning. So it's your decision.
Yeah.
It's your decision. But now, bearing in mind that you've risked your money or your resources somewhere, you must think of giving it more time. You don't give yourself much freedom. Yes, the freedom you have, because you have your customers, your business. There is no one who will ask you, why didn't you open early? Why are you closing so early? Why are you closing so late? No, there is no one who will ask you that. But you have to give it time. So you balance the freedom of you being the boss, and also you have to balance. You have to balance because you've risked something, so you have to give it a lot of time so that it will work.
So in terms of, let's say, within Kenya now, how do you see in the business environment? How do you see, are we facing kind of challenges? There is for those of us who are beginning afresh, what's your take in terms of the challenges we face?
Let me say, in Kenya, this is a country where the business starters have a lot of problems. Simply because you've started a kiosk that is that maybe you are selling, maybe at the end of the month you are getting around 10,000, and you get the government is there asking you for the business permit. Now business permit of a person you have even not started something that even can earn the amount that is taxable.
Yeah.
The amount that is taxable in Kenya is 13,000, and now you're earning 10,000, but the government is running after you that you are having money, you have a business. But it's okay. But I think it is the highest time that the youth mostly thought of business, and it is the highest time that we really should try. We should try our best, enter into business despite the challenges. Challenges are everywhere, my friend.
Yeah.
Go to even people who are employed. Their bosses are very tough there. Now, you see, the bosses are very tough there. The times are very tough. But as per you, you can do your business at peace. Even if you are getting something small, even if the government is running after you, it is a challenge, yes, but you have to overcome it. You have to overcome it because you'll not go at home and then sleep because the government is running after you. The bosses here at work are very tough. You must strike the balance about the same and move on.
So in terms of your future, where do you see yourself in the future in terms of business?
I see myself a millionaire in some few years.
Yeah.
And I'm not even fearing when I'm saying that, because it is something that is in me. It is not something that somebody will come and install in me. It is something that is in me already. It is something that is in me. So in some few years to come, Musioma will be meeting and exchanging vehicle keys, talking money,
Yeah.
talking money, and moving like people who have something.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think we have had a good discussion, but now there is a young person who is outside here who is thinking, can I start a business? Should I seek employment? Can I start a business? What can you tell him?
What I can tell whoever is seeking for jobs, I can tell you, my friend, jobs are not there. You are the one who should create the job. There are no jobs, my friend. Minus you, there is no job. You are the one who is going to create that job.
Yes, papers.
Yes, my friend, you have papers, eh? Don't you have papers, my friend? You have them.
Yeah.
I have my papers, and I'm very sure you have papers. But let me tell my good friends, the youths. My friend, you are the one who is the job. You are the one who is the job. In Kenya, you are the one who is the job. There is no jobs in Kenya. You are the one who is the job. Create a job. Employ your friend. One of these fine days, I'm going to have employees.
Yeah.
Yes. And I will be the employer. Yes.
So
I will create the job to some.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know even you are already there and you are moving there.
Yeah, it's good.
You are entering into it so much.
Yeah, because they say if you want really to be great at something, some things you need to delegate. You should not do everything.
Very true.
So I believe we have had a good discussion. I appreciate for you taking your time. We have shared as friends and also an experience. So I will just wish you success in terms of business, because it's a trying journey. Roads are never straight. You can have something today and tomorrow you are in trouble.
Maybe the last thing that I can tell the persons who are looking for a job, or the persons who are ready to enter into business.
Yeah.
Also, business is not a straight line. It is not a straight line. You have to meander here and there. You have to try hard. You have to navigate, simply because there are a lot of challenges also. So don't expect when you enter into business it will run smoothly. It will not run smoothly. But with time, you just give it time, give it your effort, and do it. Give it everything. Give it you yourself. You yourself. Let you give yourself to that business, and it will really grow.
It's fair. You have said really true, because we as youths, more especially, tend to have a lot of pressure, because we are seeing maybe your colleagues are driving, they are dating good girls, you are struggling with your own car.
KDPs, KDPs, and you don't even, whatever you have even cannot figure out a border.
Yeah.
Now,
so I really appreciate for taking your time. So my name has been Musioma Augustine, and I also appreciate for you taking your time to share my video, to watch my video. I request you at the same time to also share. And if you happen to be around where we are doing business, we just welcome you. We can share as friends and also as customers. Thanks for watching. Maybe a parting shot. I believe that's the term which is supposed to be used. Parting shot. Ama hiyo kizungu haiko.
Hiyo kizungu iko.
So you are parting shot.
Thank you very much for hosting me in your channel, and thank you very much for our people who are watching, and we really would see them other times watching and listening from our discussions, because we will continue discussing issues, and we really thank them.
So we appreciate. Peace.